Reely reviews.
This is how we're starting.
Just gonna butcher the audio.
Hello, Nico.
Hi, Nick.
This is our first video.
Cameras.
This is our first video podcast.
I don't know which camera
Yeah.
we're on.
We're on this one right now.
We're on the third one.
We're on the third camera. Yeah. Hello, YouTube. This is
Hello,
a professional
YouTube.
set. There's Nico. You got anything to say to your camera here?
Hi, camera.
All right. Yeah. Here's me. Hello. We're on camera. I feel very uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. This is a whole another level of.
I don't want to say I'm camera shy, but like, I don't think I've ever put myself out there like this.
Yeah.
So this is all just new.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing the same thing essentially. It's just now it's a little different.
So
But-
if anybody sees you picking your nose, Nick,
Yeah.
you're held accountable.
Have I done that before on the podcast?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Yeah.
You guys wouldn't know whichever camera I'm on. You guys wouldn't know because Nick is just in the shadows when we're not filming, but now we're filming, so he's in the limelight.
I don't just pick my nose. I pick everything. I pick all parts of my body.
Just like the stench monster in this movie.
The stench monster,
or whatever
yes.
it was called.
We're
The stink
talking
monster.
We're talking about Spirited Away today. It's I think Studio Ghibli's most well known. I'm just gonna call it Studio Ghibli. I've heard people call it Studio Ghibli. Miyazaki, I think, is the director, producer, head guy there. Just check that for me. But
Hayao Miyazaki.
yeah. So obviously this is a beloved movie, Spirited Away. I think if you haven't seen it, you've probably at least heard of it. And you hadn't seen it. I'd seen it once before.
I never watched it. I think it was one of the Spider-Man, like the original Spider-Man DVDs I had. They always showed Spirited Away, or like maybe it was
Oh, like an ad?
Yeah, like an ad. You know, on the DVDs when they had like the trailers or whatever, it was either it was this or it was My Neighbor Totoro. But I think it was this. I think it was Spirited Away was on the ad.
Yeah.
And I've seen it like a million times, but I never watched the movie.
Yeah, I mean I think it's the most it's the first thing that popped up on HBO, which is what we watched this on. All of the Studio Ghibli movies are on HBO. I've only seen. Have you seen any other ones? Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, it's this one's really good though. This is a really good movie. I love this movie. I don't know. I don't know your opinion. We honestly didn't even talk about it.
I don't know. This is something I've never like. I don't think I've seen anything like this. So I don't know how I exactly scored this.
Okay. I mean,
when we get there.
I will probably be comparing it to other animated movies I've seen, and for me, yes, there is nothing like this. Even other Ghibli movies, I don't think are like this. I've only seen one other. I've only seen Nausicaa. I'm not like a very big into it. I mean, obviously the style and everything, the art style is very unique, but like I think even the story, just the world, everything about this movie is super unique. But for me, that's a positive. Like that's what I love about it, is that there is nothing like this.
Yeah, but like, what are you gonna base your comparison or your review, your score on if you've seen other animated films and none of them are like this?
I think you can compare it to anything from Pixar or from Illumination or DreamWorks. I think you can. I think you can. Like I'm not like I guess we haven't watched other anime movies, and I guess this is sort of under an anime category.
That's why I'm just so unfamiliar with any of this.
Yeah, but at the same time, this is selling to the same audience that like you and I started an English dubbed version.
Yeah,
so this is
like no, and then he was like, we have to do this. Go back. And then we changed it to Japanese with English subtitles.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit of a purist, but but that's what makes me say this is marketed towards the same audience, because this you saw it on your Spider-Man DVD. Like this is marketed towards the same audience as Up, as WALL-E, as whatever. Like it
was
for
distributed
kids.
by Disney.
This was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You see, like that's
Which I didn't know. I didn't know this was distributed by Walt Disney Studios.
I didn't know that either. So I think
it said it on the opening thing, and I also just saw it when I scrolled down for a second time. So,
well, there you go.
But
it's for the same audience. That's what I'm comparing it to. That's what my baseline is.
Sure. Okay.
And also, I'm just gonna score it because I like it. Like,
you want to score right now, or do you want to get into the
let's do the plot first. Yeah, let's do the plot first.
plot, world, characters, all that jazz?
Yeah, it follows a girl and her family. They're moving to a new city, new town, and she's very scared, she's anxious, almost cowardly girl, and she's scared to be in the new town, and like I think she says something about being scared to go to a new school or whatever.
They're moving, yeah.
Yeah, so they end up wandering off the road, and they find
this tunnel
that leads to an abandoned theme park, and it's this really eerie sort of abandoned theme park, and some strange things start to happen, and it turns into just a world of ghosts and spirits and weird animals and monsters. I guess
there's no other way to explain it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much
like there's no other way to explain that. That's kind of the whole plot.
Yeah. And she learns and grows through her experiences in this world, and that's that. I think without spoiling anything, that's what it is. A lot of the charm with this movie is in that world. Is in that creature spirit world that we see for most of the film.
Yeah. This being my first viewing, I think it's fair for me to say that I was slightly distracted by the fact that we were just comparing the events and the characters to real life people we know. But I still had a lot of fun watching this. I mean, you give me some of your takeaways here.
I think we were having fun with it though. Like
Yeah. We weren't saying anything like negatively or like.
No. The characters, the movie itself wasn't distracting to. Actually, you know what? The movie is distracting, but I think in a good way. Like I think you're distracted by the world. You're the girl. What's her name?
Chihiro.
Yeah. The girl is like your vessel into this world, and like I think her story is like what I like about it, and like what I like about the story, I guess, is that her story is, yes, it's at the forefront, but like really the world around her and like how it's the world around her and like how it's living and breathing is what the main draw of the movie is, I think.
Yeah, and I could understand that. Chow, our friend, who will maybe at some point be on this podcast.
I'm sure he will be.
He probably will be. He told me that the movie is not really too narratively driven. It's more world building, more character exploration kind of things, and I completely understood that here. I think there were a lot of cool characters, a lot of nice designed characters who can do different things.
Yeah.
They were all different, but they all seemed like they could all work together. Which I was glad. It wasn't anything like they were all just a bunch of minions and you were just walking around this sea of minions, but there were like these big ducks, there were like these small little spider furball things, there were a bunch of things. Yeah. And they all just seemed like in a cohesive little society of their own.
And none of them make sense. They're all super odd characters, but they all just fit together in this world so well, so cohesively that it really like, I don't want to say it's like a believable world. It is a believable world. Like when you dive in through the girl, you're like these people, they're not even, these creatures are living and like breathing and working in this world, this strange world, and then like. You can't say that about a lot of movies. No. You can't say that about a lot of kids' movies, especially.
It's naturalistic, if that makes sense. Like it seems natural in a way that it all just somehow makes sense. Even if it doesn't, it all just works in unison. And it did that. It worked well. I mean, I liked a lot of the characters. I thought a lot of characters were funny. A lot of them were cool.
Yeah, which is insane. I mean, because all of them are just so weird.
They spam so many characters here.
How did they come up with any of like these things? They are some of the weirdest like we were comparing them to like people we know, whatever. But like it's just such weird things.
Like there were things that we were just saying. We were like, oh, this is this person, this is that person, and they had nothing to do with that character. We just assigned them a role, and we were like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was fun. I think it was a lot of fun to kind of go through something like that and watch a movie like this where you don't have to think too hard about anything. You just kind of follow what's going on. I mean, you can still find some lessons in there, I'm sure. Some sort of.
Sure. I mean, the simple messages that I think Pixar always nails are in here. Like,
yeah,
her growing. It's really her story is really just her learning to be more confident and face the unknown.
and she's on a quest to get back to normal.
Yeah.
Normal stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking just to the world building in general, though, like the art style, it's just incredible. Like, just incredible. I think it's just perfect. I don't know, especially for 2001. Like, it's just like, just every shot is beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know where I'd rank this among like other sort of animation styles. I mean, it's kind of hard to do. That's so subjective.
Yeah.
But I think this is up there with me with like Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse that had such a cool animation style. They mixed certain things of like 3D. What are those called? They had like these painted stills that in this film too, on top of just a little cartoony animation that I just thought it all worked pretty well and it looked really cool. I think that was one of the main draws of this film, even if it's
it's the main draw of a lot of the Ghibli movies, I think.
Is it? Okay.
I think, yeah.
Okay, sure. I'll take your word for it.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people like the art style, but there's on that note, like I want to speak to the third act of the movie. The pace slows down. They're on a train. I guess I don't think that spoils anything. Like, that's just one of the more like beautiful moments, I think, visually and with the music, which I think we should talk about the music too.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You told me that the music was like had some bops in this film. I didn't notice any of it. I heard maybe the one track that they had in the beginning of the film. I mean, yeah, but I heard the one track in the beginning, and then they replayed it later at the end, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't pick up on any of the music throughout the rest of the film.
Really? Like, for me,
I think it was just,
for me, the music is flawless in this movie.
I don't know. I think it may have just been like low key enough that I wasn't paying too much attention to it, but more what I was visually seeing on screen. But sure. I'm not certain.
Sure. I think it's so good that you get lost in it. Like, I think it fits so well with the world that you get lost in it. I don't. For me, this is one of the best. This is top 5 like original scores in a movie. For me, like I listen to this music all the time, just in my just while I'm studying or driving or whatever. I listen to the music from this movie all the time. Maybe I'm weird for that.
Probably not. I bet there's a million people. I didn't know anybody like listened to the music from this film.
It's relaxing. It's very relaxing, low key.
Yeah.
And upbeat in a lot of it. I think this movie is an escape. Like, it's just such a fully realized world that it's an escape. And I think the music just is one of the reasons why, for me, it's such a good escape movie.
Okay, that's cool. That's fair.
Do you want to give it a score?
I mean, I'm not gonna say like take my score with a grain of salt. This is obviously a very good film, a very fun film. I just don't know how the hell to score this. It also may hurt it slightly that we started watching this so late tonight, and I was like almost about to fall asleep through part of the third act, which I didn't. I was still awake.
You're a trooper, Nico.
I am a trooper. I'm probably gonna give it like an 8.3.
Okay.
It was still good. I think there's just more. I need to watch it again, maybe just to kind of pay attention to some things where we were just talking or just like joking around.
Yeah, that's part of with these rewinds. Like, full disclosure, that's kind of what we do. We end up goofing around, and I think when we're goofing around in the way we were with this movie, like, I think we both liked it, and I'm gonna give this a way higher score. I'm gonna give this a 9.4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is like, honestly, this is up there for me. This is like, from the first time I saw it, I loved it. I loved it today. Like, it's been a couple years since I've seen it. I loved it. Like, I don't know. It's just such a like. It's like not perfect because I think it does not have a perfect story, and it's sometimes distracting.
Mm-hmm.
But I think most of the time it's distracting in a good way.
Yeah, I think so too. Granted, I'm going to go on record and say my 8.3. It's just because I don't know how to rank this film or how to rate it. It is what it is, and I have no other experience of things like this, of other sort of material like this.
Yeah, we'll have a new intro soon where we sort of talk about our scoring system, and I guess with our current scoring system, yeah, it's hard to fit it in. Just for me, like, I don't know, comparing this to any other type of movie, I give it a high score. Like that, I just give it a high score because I love it.
Better than Morbius?
No, this still isn't better than Morbius.
How about Minions?
This is better than Minions. Yep. This is better than I think. This is better than I think most kids' movies that I've released recently. I think Pixar has some banger type movies. I think Toy Stories are up there. I think Monsters Inc. Wall-E, Up. I mentioned those earlier. Those come to mind.
A Bug's Life? Question mark? Finding Nemo? Question mark?
I should include Finding Nemo.
Not Bug's Life?
I should include that too, I guess.
Do people not like Bug's Life?
Maybe I don't know if people like it or not. We'll review it at some point.
Okay.
I think most people know about it. That's a movie from our childhood.
Yeah, I watched that movie like a million times.
Yeah. But back to Spirited Away.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic movie. I don't know. I think there's like... My only complaint would be sometimes when the pace slows down, it can lose your attention, which I guess happened to you, and it is 2:30 in the morning. But like, I don't know, watching this movie, and it gave me the energy to want to record this, I guess.
I didn't have the same energy.
Yeah. I don't know. I love this movie, I guess, more than you do. We got to do a rewind sometime of one of the movies that you just get you excited.
We'll get to those. There are some I want to save for later, just so we can make sure we have content as well.
Yeah, we got
planning ahead. Just gonna be transparent with you guys.
I do think most of the people that have seen this movie like it though. So
everything I've heard about this film is only good stuff, and I can understand why. It's a lot of fun. It's visually really appealing. Sonically, it is too. I just lost like half of it when I wasn't paying attention to the music, but from what I remember, it was really nice. It was nice and peaceful. Yeah,
it is just a peaceful movie. It is a good escape from the world around you. And I think it's
super high tensions or anything like that.
No, yeah, exactly. Like, it's not going to give you anxiety.
Right.
Like, not really at all. Like, this is the perfect movie if you're just looking to chill and relax and you need something to distract yourself.
You got to be prepared, though. Part of this is like, well, there are small parts of this that just get really slow for like a few minutes, and then like it picks back up. And maybe don't watch it so late if this is your first time viewing this.
Yeah, it gets really fast paced at times too, though.
It does. No, but like I'm just saying, like those long stretches, at least at the time that we started watching this, I could barely keep it together.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw me like just falling, just almost about to like pass out, but like
my eyes were glued to the screen.
When it picked back up, I was like, oh, okay, it's cool again.
Yeah. Anyways, anything else you want to say about it? I mean, we can do I don't know. Do we need to do spoilers? I don't want to do spoilers.
We could just talk about like favorite characters or something if you want.
Yeah, we can, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what there is to spoil about this film. Like, even if you spoiled the plot, like, there's still so much to unfold on screen that, like, I don't think it spoils too much.
Spoilers. There's a happy ending, and everything works out. That's the spoilers.
It's a kid's movie. I'd hope it has a happy ending.
Yeah.
Honestly, no. Kids' movies shouldn't have happy endings anymore.
Some don't.
Like what?
Coco. Well, it does.
Yeah, it does.
It's a bittersweet ending.
Every Disney movie has a happy ending. Also, Grandma Coco was 103 years old. She was bound to kick the bucket at some point.
Yeah, but she could have made it to 104.
And then if she just like died one day, everybody'd be like, "Oh my god, I never saw this coming."
Whatever. It has a happy ending.
It does have a happy
Spirited
ending.
Away. Who's your favorite character?
Oh, I don't know. There were a few that I really liked.
I know you like the frog.
I really liked the frog. The little frog guy, he was so cool to me. Like, I just think little cartoon frogs are always so fun. Like, I thought Kermit was always cool.
Yeah. The frog is really cute.
But I liked the little spider things. I don't remember what the guy calls them, runts or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Talking about like with the coal mine.
Yeah, the little
thing?
coal mine
Yeah.
things. I thought those were really cool. The little bird and mouse duo later in the film.
Mm-hmm.
Like just the small, cute little characters I thought were so cool in this film. Some of the bigger designed ones were cool as well. But
personally, I like No Face. That's the image you'll see if you look this movie up.
No Face is cool.
I think No Face is really cool.
I just didn't understand what he was. Well, like I could understand what a concrete little frog walking around on two legs with a gi and a robe on. Like I could understand what that was, but I couldn't understand what like No Face himself was, whether he was a ghost, whether he was a physical blob of a whatever, or like, you know what I mean?
Without talking, like No Face hardly talks though, and still has so much personality. I don't know. That's the thing about all these characters. Regardless of what they're saying or not saying, they have so much personality. All of them. They're all very unique.
While also being a straight up enigma the entire time they're on the screen. I have no idea what any of them are, what they stand for, what they do. They just are doing things, and I'm like, okay, cool.
I'm glad we listened to the Japanese audio too. I think the Japanese voice acting in this movie is really good.
Yeah.
I think that helped the characters come to life.
It was fine. I think, honestly, now thinking about it, maybe when we turn on the Japanese audio, I was just like, okay, whatever. I can't understand Japanese, except for the one part where he says, good luck in English.
Oh, yeah. He just drops an English word.
Besides that, I think that may be why I tuned out the audio slightly. Was just like, I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to figure out what they're saying or anything, so I'll just read what's on the screen and pay attention to the visuals.
Subtitles though. This is another thing. Like I've talked to people before, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't watch foreign movies because I don't feel like reading. I don't feel like reading for a couple hours." I'm like, well,
they're good movies.
They're good movies, and I just want to like anyone that says that if you're sort of shy away from. Okay, first of all, this is in English. This is an English dubbed movie. They have English voice actors if you want. There's an English version.
We changed to the Japanese.
Which is the Japanese. I think it's better to watch it in its original language because I think for real, after like 5 minutes, I forget that I'm reading a lot of the time. Like
I don't care. Usually, it's like I can still like see in my peripherals what's happening on the screen. Like I'll look at it. And then I'll look back at the words, and I still know what's happening if nothing has changed on the screen.
Yeah, it's really not noticeable have that. To have the words on screen. I don't think it's a problem.
But, like, if people tell you that, do they just, like, not watch any foreign films at all? Like, Parasite?
Yeah.
I thought Parasite was, like, life-changing for, like, a little bit.
I agree.
Even if it's
not.
We
should review that at some point. No, it's a great movie.
We'll watch Parasite. That might be... honestly, I may give that a 10 out of 10.
It's up there for me, too.
It's really, really good.
It's up there for me.
That's not the point.
But so is this. So is Spirited Away. I don't want to distract from the fact Spirited Away. Highly, highly recommend this movie.
This is a good movie. I say go watch this. But why would people like just turn things off just because it's not English?
I don't know. People are pathetic and lazy. That's what it's about.
If you don't like foreign films, we don't like you.
Yeah. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Give whatever movie out there you hear something good about. It looks interesting. The plot looks interesting. Whatever. Give it a chance. Spirited Away. Give it a chance. This is some of the best visual and music and storytelling and character weirdness of any kids movie, animated movie out there. And I don't even think it's a kids movie. Like I think this fits into the category of like Toy Story and some of the other movies that we've talked about, not necessarily reviewed, that are not just for kids.
Yeah, it could be ageless in a sense. Like, really anybody can kind of get something from.
And that's been my criticism of some of the films that have released recently.
You just don't like Minions.
Yeah,
You're
I
just a
don't.
hater. No.
I don't think it's for
You're
everybody.
just a programmed hater.
Yeah, okay.
You just don't like bananas.
I'm not a gentlemanion.
No,
I
you're
just
not.
this is what I wear. I wear t-shirts. This is I can't dress any fancier
You're
than
not
this.
a millionaire, okay? You don't have that money.
Exactly.
Look at this guy.
Anything else you wanna say on the movie, Nico?
We're gonna watch Nope, July
Yeah.
22nd.
All right. Yeah. Getting into our future schedule.
That's the only one that we know.
Here on the calendar. Yeah, we might know we're gonna do DC League of Super Pets, but we're gonna watch Nope.
When does that come out again? Was that like...
Yeah, that comes out the 29th, I think. 28th or 29th.
Okay.
So
We made
a couple weeks from now. But looking forward, Nope, the new Jordan Peele movie.
That's
Director of Get Out. You know him from Key and Peele.
Uh-huh.
That's what we're coming at you with next week.
Yeah.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got
Now that we have which camera are we on?
we're on this one right now.
We're on the big one.
This is gonna take some getting used to. I hope I did a good enough job with this.
I have no idea what it looks like until I watch it later. We have a TikTok. We're gonna upload clips to TikTok. We have the YouTube. We can upload clips to our Instagram and Twitter.
Where can they find us on TikTok?
We are Reely Reviews at Reely Reviews on TikTok, and Twitter we are Reviews Reely because Reely Reviews was taken.
Sure, the Twitter's not going to be as important.
Nope.
On YouTube, just search Reely Space Reviews, just the same as our podcast name.
If you know us on any of our socials, we have a link tree already up, and you can just go to that in our bio.
Sure, yeah, that should have the TikTok on there too. TikTok, YouTube, everything.
And then I posted a poll about hoodies or sweatshirts. Would you like to know what the numbers were?
Yeah, what were the results? Yeah.
Most people want hoodies.
Okay.
If we were to make hoodies.
How many people actually responded to this? How many people want hoodies?
I have no idea. I'll check. We're using my phone right now today,
Okay.
but I'll check it right after this.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that happens or when that happens.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's our first video podcast in the books. Thank you guys for listening. Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube,
which camera are we still on the third one?
We're on you right now, but now we're on the third one. Thank you for listening and watching. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TikTok, YouTube. Leave a like, comment, subscribe.
Morbius streaming platform.
Leave a dislike. Did they take away dislikes on YouTube?
No, dislikes are still a thing. You just can't see the dislike count.
Okay, well, go dislike all of our YouTube videos.
No, don't do that. Please like our videos.
Please like our videos.
Why would you say that?
Whatever. Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.